Hey everyone, how's it going? Today, I'm proud to present to you an in-depth look at the 2012 Cadillac CTS-V Wagon. And this is going to be a detailed educational presentation on the V Wagon. We'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip, and go over the performance data, as well as show you a bunch of the unique features on the interior as well as exterior. Also, a special thanks and shout out to Bill Black Chevrolet Cadillac in Greensboro, North Carolina for allowing me to come down today and film the 2012 CTS-V Wagon. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up, let her run. The CTS also comes with its own version of the Smart Key Access System. Right after locking it, just keep the key fob in your pocket. All you have to do on each four of the door handles to open it is just grab it and pull. The exterior color is known as Black Diamond Tri-Coat, with the light titanium leather and faux suede interior. This particular model has the optional Recaro bucket seats up front. Standard 6-speed manual transmission. It is also keyless ignition also. You have this little mechanism built into the ignition column here. As long as you have your key fob in your pocket, put your foot on the brake, turn it to start. Steering wheel fully accented in the optional faux suede, side bolster and extensions, nice and smooth power assisted steering with a good amount of feedback, as well as black piano veneer accenting coming across with the unique badging down below and modest chrome accenting. There's also two different transmission options available, one being the standard 6-speed Tremec manual gearbox with short throws, as well as a Hydromatic 6-speed automatic transmission with steering wheel mounted paddle shifters for manual shiftability. Shifts are nice and crisp, all the way over, up for reverse, and your pop-up screen. Up here is a backup camera. And I'm going to cut on the headlamps. They are automatic, fog lamps, as well as the hazards. Both the front windows are fully automatic, while the back windows are automatic down. So let's go and check out the exterior, shall we? When Cadillac created the CTS in 2003, they tried to wipe the stereotypes clean of being a more older generation traditional brand and created a market for younger buyers with a more European-inspired sedan. Cadillac then got bold in 2004 when they introduced the CTS-V series. It essentially had a powertrain that was derived from the Corvette Z06 as well as suspension upgrades and unique body cladding, instantly transforming it into a supercar-like four-door sedan, directly attacking its import rivals from the best of BMW, Audi, as well as Mercedes. Unfortunately, it always suffered as far as competition goes from its lackluster interior and spotty off-the-line acceleration with an inferior rear axle setup at the time that caused excessive wheel hop. Cadillac really decided to depart from the norm in 2009 where we saw the introduction of the second generation CTS, boasted an interior that was light years ahead of its predecessor, a legendary and innovative magnetic suspension system, as well as a slightly detuned version of the same supercharged V8 that you find in the Corvette ZR1. And if that wasn't departure enough from the Cadillac brand, Here we introduce the Cadillac CTS-V Wagon, boasting mind-numbing performance numbers and handling with the practicality of an everyday traveling vehicle. And while wagons aren't necessarily everybody's thing, to people who do like it or who are fans, it is essentially the perfect vehicle, boasting track-ready performance and off-the-line acceleration with fantastic practicality and traveling capabilities. Also unique about this particular one is it features the optional 19-inch forged aluminum alloy wheels finished in satin graphite with the unique yellow Brembo brake calipers. You have 15.1-inch co-cast vented rotors in front with 6-piston calipers and 14.7-inch vented rotors in the rear with 4-piston calipers. With a set of race-ready Michelin Pilot Sport Cup tires measuring 255/40 in the front with 285/35 in the rear with maximum speed rating of 185 miles an hour. And like I said, the V-Series Cadillacs feature GM's innovative dual-mode magnetic ride control suspension. Basically takes shock absorber fluid that's infused with fine metallic particles. When these particles are subjected to magnetic fields, the viscosity of the fluid changes, stiffening or softening your ride to suit the performance demands. It detects these minute changes at a vastly accelerated rate without compromising the ride and quality, depending on whether you're in sport or touring mode. And what makes the body styling so unique is, along with the rest of the new age Cadillac themes, it's kind of a blend of curvature and sharp angles, providing quite a unique package. Specifically with the wagon trim, those big beautiful LED tail lamps coming down the back. It's overall bold and in-your-face styling. This particular one's also been affixed with the Corsa Touring Performance exhaust system. But it's also a stylish and functional car. Front and rear parking sensors, adaptive xenon headlamps up front, standard automatic rain-sensing windshield wipers, panoramic sunroof, you name it. With the larger air induction in the lower, more angular front fascia, it increases downforce for the vehicle. That large, more pronounced bulge in the hood, letting you know about that large supercharged V8, everything about it is unique and over-engineered to perform with the world's best. Exactly what you'd expect from the new age Cadillac. And we're going to pop the hood. Obviously, one of the most important things about the CTS-V is its power plant. Powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter overhead valve V8. Puts out around 556 horsepower at 6,100 RPM and 551 foot-pounds of torque at 3,800 RPM. The suspension is fully independent with double wishbones up front and a multi-link system out back with coil springs, as well as the two-mode driver adjustable magnetorological suspension system, otherwise known as the magnetic ride control, as well as trailering links and front and rear stabilizer bars. 0 to 60 time is around 4.7 seconds with a quarter-mile time of 12.7 seconds at 113.4 miles an hour. Total fuel mileage rating on an 18-gallon fuel tank running on premium unleaded gas is around 14 city, 19 highway, and overall curb weight is around 4,398 pounds. Magnificent engine. The interior of the CTS-V is nicely appointed. Plenty of padded leather trim, rich wood trim and black piano veneer, as well as the faux suede accenting. As we come across the door panel here, you'll notice the top leather stitch panel, your midnight Sapel rich wood trim, perforated suede accenting coming across the door, as well as a stitched armrest, your black piano veneer traipsing on down to the speaker grille, your power trunk release control, power locks, all of your power windows as you saw earlier, and your power mirrors located up top. Two-person memory is also located next to the handle. As far as the seating, this particular model comes with the optional Recaro 8-way adjustable sport leather bucket seats, trimmed in the faux suede down the middle. And with the heavy amounts of side bolstering on them, they definitely hold you in planted a lot more than the standard seats that come in them. Manual leg extension up front, your perforated suede inserts coming in and across the back, with the integrated V logo embedded in the back. Standard power adjustments located back there. And right up here you have your 4-way power lumbar adjustment for the side bolstering down below, as well as the sides to grip you in a little bit more and customize it to your body type. Side curtain airbags, as well as adjustable seat belts. Special V aluminum door sills, aluminum sport pedals, as well as a fully powered tilting telescoping steering wheel. You'll also notice as you come across to the edge of the dash here, the leather trim wrapping around the speedometer cluster, extending around to the vehicle, with the modest wood trim found in the center breaking up the different color schemes. Not to mention that optional full panoramic sunroof. So let's see how this baby sounds. bottle of the supercharger wine. Down below in the bottom of the speedometer cluster, you also have a supercharger boost gauge and little LED markers tracing the tachometer needle. Incredible sound. So we're going to shut her up. Nice and tight fit. The V also comes standard with a premium Bose audio system with 5.1 channel discrete surround sound system fed through this touchscreen LCD mobile media interface, standard XM satellite radio, as well as a 10 gigabyte music hard drive to load up MP3 files and the like. Also Dolby Digital DTS certified with DVD audio video compatibility.
I wonder where you are, live with all your faults. I wanna wake up where you are. I won't say anything.
Side curtain airbags.
So why don't you smile?
Auto dimming rearview mirror with integrated OnStar. Looking up in the top center stack here, you have your garage home link, interior illumination, microphones for your hands-free Bluetooth telephone, as well as controls for your sunroof. Button on the left is for the shade, and the right is for the sunroof itself. It's all one-touch automatic.
I won't say anything at all. So why don't you smile?
Nice and flush. This is your main radio screen where you can control the different options, AM, FM, disc, hard drive, as well as auxiliary and iPod utilization. Down below is all of your preset stations, tune, changing the category. To access the other various functions of the sat-nav system, you locate this little center stack in the middle here. It has all the buttons that correspond to the different menus of the vehicle, such as navigation, full color display, all customizable with your points of interest, real-time traffic updates through the satellite radio, dual wielding the screens. Down below, you have your latitude and longitude, selecting your points of interest, which ones you want to select on the screen. It's all pretty simple. Come down to destination, that's where you can put in your address. Selecting restaurants or other area businesses. You can also find phone numbers, call it directly through the Bluetooth or OnStar system, and just directly pointing on the map. If you didn't want the screen showing up in the whole time when you're driving also, you can hit this little button here, minimize it, and it'll just show the essential information. Spring stiffeners for the magnetic ride suspension control, touring and sport, day-night mode for the navigation screen, beautiful analog clock located in the center, amongst the black piano veneer running down the entire center console. The button off to the right you can use as the tune, or direct access to the tone settings, or if you go down to configuration here, let's say you're already in the radio screen, it'll bring it up also, but it's the full comprehensive menu that you can pretty much access from two different buttons. All touch access with your graphic equalizer, radio settings, automatic volume control, changing the volume of the voice playback, essentially all the preferences and specific settings for each system, all the way down to display settings. Also set your clock in this screen, and the rest of your radio and navigation commands, repeating commands, the system information, as well as recording voice memos to yourself. Down below, if you hit info, you have your real-time weather updates through your XM satellite radio, current, extended forecasts, current warnings, Click over here for help with the voice recognition system, all of the list of the commands, as well as how to use the system. Just hold down the mute button. Radio FM.
Radio FM.
Dual zone automatic climate control with little LCD screens located on each side, with your temperature adjustment, 3-stage heated as well as ventilated seating for both the driver and passenger. It's your fan speed, different zones, front and rear defrost, passenger control, as well as automatic and recycling. Little power outlet and storage tray. As we come across the back, you have your electronic parking brake. Put your foot on the brake, push down to deactivate, and just toggle it up to activate. Cup holders, leather wrapped center console, 2-tier, with your integrated auxiliary, USB and iPod input, with a special cable, and a 12-volt power outlet. As far as the steering wheel controls, you have all of your radio and volume controls off to the side, hands-free telephone and the like, as well as cruise control off to the left, your automatic wiper controls, lighting, turn signal. Down off to the left there you have an integrated driver information system that pops up in the bottom of the speedometer cluster. Trip computers, fuel economy, vehicle information, G-force meter, taking it out of the track, as well as all of your personalizable options for the vehicle. You would select your different options through the sub-menus by that button there, and hit the little check button for OK. Alrighty. Go ahead and shut her down. And let's go check out the back seat. Back seat is also quite roomy. Same unique trim coming across the top with the wood, and the piano veneer coming across the bottom with your puddle lamps. Suede inserts coming across the bottom of the seats. Leg room, I'm about 5'10", have probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of leg room, and probably about 2.5 inches of headspace depending on where you sit. Little tray and power outlet. You can also see a lot more of the definition of the Recaro seats coming up in nice sharp points. You'd have a little modest quarter window in the back, but it is a big pillar. Definitely utilize that backup camera. And a little trunk pass-through. So let's go and check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? The best thing about wagons are their storage space in the rear. It's a fully powered liftgate. And with the seats up, it's around 25 cubic feet of cargo space. And with the seats down, it expands to around 58 cubic feet. Polished aluminum entry guards gracing the door panel. Aluminum runners with adjustable cargo tie downs. Side storage pockets. Fuse relay and battery. As well as lower storage. And if you're actually loading cargo all the way to the front, you can flip that out and use it so you don't have to damage the carpet on the back of the seats. And your rear speakers mounted in the back of the pillars. Not bad at all. The passenger seat also shares the same power adjustments that you find on the driver's seat. Two-tier illuminating locking glove box. The CTS-V Wagon is in a class almost all of its own. While wagons aren't necessarily for everyone, people who do like it, it's essentially the perfect car. Able to seat 5 people, store a massive amount of stuff worthy enough to take on trips, and still be able to take it out on weekends and rip it up on the track. With aggressive styling unlike any other wagon out on the market, the CTS-V is by far one of the most menacing Cadillacs ever built. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this in-depth look at the 2012 Cadillac CTS-V Wagon. Be sure to stay tuned next time, there's a lot more where that came from. Take care everybody.